Good day, everyone. My name is Kisha Kimberly Eugenio Cabarles. My topic is all about the price. Price. Price determines the value of a good or service to the buyer, even to the seller. So, when we say price, ang price ay ang halaga ng product o service at ito din ang basihan ng mga customer kung sulit ba yung binibili nilang product. At ito din yung basihan ng mga negosyante kung paano sila kikita. Next is 5 steps in developing a pricing strategy. First is objective. Objective may be sales-based, profit-based, and status quo-based. So, when we say objective, yan na yung dahilan natin kung bakit ba nilagyan natin ng ganyang presyo ang isang product. First is sales-based objective. The firm is interested in the sales growth and or maximizing market share. So, sales-based objective is ginagamit ito para palakihin ang sales o market share natin. For example, may isang multi shop. Tapos nag-offer sila ng buy one take one para makaakit sila ng mas marami pang customer. The next is profit-based objective. The firm is interested in maximizing profit, earning a satisfactory profit, optimizing the return on investment, or securing an early recovery of cash. So, profit base is ginagamit naman ito para palakihin ang kita o para makuha agad natin yung puhunan natin. For example, isang luxury shoes brand ang nagbebenta ng limitadong sapatos sa mataas na presyo para kumita agad. Next is status quo-based objective. So, the firm seeks to avoid reasonable government action, minimize the effects of competitors' actions, maintain good channel relationship, discourage the entry of competitors, reduce demands from supplier, and stabilize prices. So, ang status quo base naman is pinapanatiling ganun pa rin pinapanatiling ganun pa din yung price para makabuild ng good relationship sa ka-competitors at para na rin makaiwas sa gulo. Example, ang isang company ng gasoline ay pinapanatiling kaparehong presyo ang mga ka-competitors para maiwasan ang price war. Next is broad price policy. So, provide procedures, rules, and methods to act in one specific situation. So, ang broad price policy naman is ang company or ang business ay nagbibigay ng mga policy at rules na kung saan paano sila nagbibigay ng isang price. Next is penetration pricing. So, ang penetration pricing naman is uses low price to attract the larger mass market for a product or service. So, when we say penetration pricing, is nag-o-offer sila ng mababang presyo para mas makaakit ng mas maraming customer. For example, may isang milk tea shop. Tapos nag-offer sila ng tag 35 lang yung milk tea. Then, after 1 month, magtaas na yung presyo nila. Next is skimming pricing. Uses high prices to attract the market segment more concerned with product quality, uniqueness, or status than price. So, when we say skimming pricing, is naglalagay sila ng mas mataas na price para sa mga customer na naghahanap ng quality o unique na product. Next is price strategies. Are ways or some action to accomplish the goals and objective of the company in gaining profit. So, when we say price strategies naman is, ito naman yung mga paraan natin para maabot natin ang goal sa pagpepresyo. First is yung cost-based price. So strategy is when the firm sets price by computing merchandise, service, and overhead costs, then adding the desired profit to those figures. So cost-based pricing, ang price is nakabase sa gusto ng sa gastos ng paggawa ng product at mga service at gusto mong kita. For example, gumawa ka ng cake. Tapos, ang nagastos mo is 200. Tapos yung kita is gusto mo 100. So, bali yung magiging presyo mo is dapat 300. Next is demand-based price. Strategy is when the firm set price after researching consumers' desire and make sure that the range of price is acceptable to the target market. So, when we say demand-based price is, yan na yung, ang price is naka-base sa kung ano ang kayang bayaran ng customer at kung gaano karami ang product na hinahanap nila. Next is competition-based. Price strategy is when the firm set prices in the relation to the competitors. The entrepreneur must research the prices set by their competitors. So, ang competition-based pricing naman is, ang price daw is nakabase sa mga kakompetensya. For example, may isang coffee shop. Tapos, ang price ng kakompetensya mo is 35. Then yung sa'yo, pwede mo babaan like 30. Ganun. Number 4 is implementing price strategy. Is the firm readiness to sell the product which would be effective if given an attractive price strategy. So, ang implementing the price strategy naman is yan na yung pagpapatupad ng strategy ng presyo na kapag ang strategy ay naset na, kailangan ipinapatupad na agad ito. First is ang customary pricing. Is when one price is maintained over an extended period of time. So, ang customary pricing naman is ang price ay hindi nagbabago habang tumatagal ang panahon. For example, ang soft drinks, di ba, di nagbabago minsan. Next is variable pricing. Is when the price respond to the cost fluctuation of difference and demand. So, when we say variable pricing, is ang price daw ay nagbabago depende sa pagbabago ng gastos o demand. Example, pagpalapit na ang Christmas, di ba nagamahal yung mga bilihin? Next is one price policy. So, is when the price is charged to all customer buying the product or service under the similar conditions. So, ang one price policy naman is isang presyo lang ang binibigay para sa lahat ng customer na bumibili sa same condition. Next is flexible pricing. Is based on customer ability to negotiate or buy power of the customer. So, ang flexible pricing is ang price is nag-iiba depende sa kaya ng mga customer na makipag-negotiate sa buying power nila. For example, di ba sa ukay-ukay, pwede ka pa magtawad. Next is odd pricing. One price set a levels below even values. Then entrepreneur uses odd numbers to attract customers in pricing a product. So, ang odd pricing naman, isang price ay binababa sa hindi pantay na number gaya ng 50.25 lang yung price para magmukhang mas mura. Next is yung price quality. Price quality association is when the customer believe the high price represent high quality and low prices represent the low quality. So, ang price quality naman is minsan iniisip ng mga customer na kapag mataas ang price, mas mataas ang quality ng product. Next is prestige pricing. Is when customers set price floors and will not buy at price below those floors. So, ang prestige pricing naman, dito naman is hindi binababa ang price para mapanatili ang status ng brand. For example, nagbinta ka ng isang luxury shoes. Then, hindi mo binabaan ng 500 ang presyo kasi baka isipin ng mga customer mo na baka picky yung binibinta mong product. So, next is leader pricing. So, ang leader pricing is selling key items at low prices to gain customer loyalty within product line. So, leader pricing is yan na yung pagbibinta ng product sa mababang price para mas makuha natin yung loyalty ng isang customer. For example, yung sa Kisisi, di ba mababa lang yung price nila para mas makuha nila yung loyalty ng isang customer. Next is multiple unit pricing. Is when the entrepreneur offers discount to consumers for buying in large quantities. So, when we say multiple unit pricing, is yan na yung pagbibigay natin ng discount sa maramihang binili. For example, nagbili ka ng isang dosina ng Milo. Tapos, di ba, ng isang dosinang Milo. Tapos, 108 lang ang binayaran mo. Na imbis, yung isa nun is tag 11. Next is price lining. So, is when instead of setting one price for a single model of a good or service, the firm sells two models of different quantity and features at different prices. So, when we say price lining, is yan na yung pagbibigay ng iba't ibang price para sa iba't ibang model ng product. Next is price bundling. Is when the firm offers a basic product, options, and customer service for one total price. So, ang price bundling naman is pagbibinta ng isang combination ng product o service para sa isang price na minsan ay may discount. For example, sa fast food, di ba? May gina-offer sila na combo. The next is unbundled pricing. Is when the firm sells by individual components and allow customer to decide what to buy. So, sa unbundled pricing naman is binibinta nila ang bawat item ng hiwalay para piliin lang ng customer ang gusto lang nilang bilihin. Di ba sa fast food din minsan, pwede kang magbili ng burger lang na wala ng iba pang kasali na product. Next is geographic pricing. Is when the price are set depending on the distance of the buyer to the seller. So, ang geographic pricing naman, isang price daw is nakabase sa location ng isang customer. Next is ang POV factory. Is when the buyer pays for all freight charges regardless of the distance. So, dito naman sa POV factory, ang customer daw ang bahala sa shipping kahit may kalayuan. Next is uniform delivered pricing. Is when buyer pays the same delivered price for the same quantity of goods. So, sa uniform delivered naman is isahan lang ang presyo para sa lahat ng mga customers. Kahit saan pa yung location nila. Next is zone pricing. Is when the buyers within the geographic zone pay a uniform and delivered price. So, sa zone pricing naman is may naka-schedule na price based sa region nila. For example, 100 delivery fee para sa Luzon. Then 150 naman sa Visayas. Then pagdating dito sa Mindanao is 200 na yun ang ang delivery fee niya. Next is base point pricing. Is when the cost of transporting the goods is the computed form base point and nearest buyer. So, ang base point pricing naman is ang shipping cost daw is nakabase sa pinakamalapit na warehouse. Next is terms of payments. Our price agreements including discount timing of payments are credits agreements. So, ang terms of payment naman is nag-offer ito ng discount, oras ng bayad at credit terms. For example, ga-offer ang isang supplier ng 2% discount kung ang customer ay magbabayad ng within 10 days. Pero pag hindi, nagbibigay sila ng credit terms na nagbibigay daan para makabayad ng hulugan. Pero within 60 days. Next is price adjustment. Changes in cost, competitive condition, and consumer demand require changes in price. So, ang price adjustment naman is ginagawa lang ito pag may nagbabago sa gasto, demand o co-competition. First is ang less prices. Are regularly quoted price to customers as in catalogs, price tags, and purchase orders. So, ang less prices naman is mga regular na price gaya ng nasa katalog o price tag. For example, $499 ang nakalagay sa price ng isang t-shirt sa department store. So, pag binili mo yun, wala nang tawad. Next is escalator clauses. The contract with allows price increase after the sales is included before delivery is made. So, ang escalator clauses naman is kasunduan na pwede pang tumaas ang price kahit naibenta na at kung hindi pa na-deliver sa'yo. Next is surcharge. So, surcharge is the supplementary to less prices. These are additional charges added to the total price. So, ang surcharge naman is dagdag bayad sa original na price. Example, 50 delivery surcharge kapag rush hour ka na. Halimbawa, pag binabadali mo yung isang product mo na i-deliver ka agad sa'yo. Next is the marks up. Happen when the company is raising regular selling prices because demand is unexpectedly high or costs are rising. So, sa marks up naman is, yan na yung pagtaas ng presyo dahil mataas ang demand o gastos. For example, di ba, yung panahon ng COVID, tumaas ang price ng mga alcohol. Next is marks down. A reduction from original selling prices to meet lower prices of competitors, overstocking, shop-worn merchandise, and increased customer traffic. So, ang marks down is yan na yung pagbaba ng presyo dahil sa competition. Yan na yung mga lumang stock o para mas dumami yung customer natin. For example, nag-sale ang clothing store ng 15% off para maubos agad yung mga old stock nila. So, next is the price set by the firm by established through any of the following methods. First is yung cost plus pricing. This method covers all costs, variable and fixed, plus an extra increment to deliver profit. So, ang Cost plus pricing naman is yan na yung ang price daw ay kinukwenta sa pamamagitan ng pagsasama ng lahat ng gastos tapos dinadagdag ng marks up para sa kita. Next is demand pricing. Demand pricing, this is a method of pricing where the firm sets prices based on buyer desires. So, ang demand pricing naman is, ang price daw is nakabase sa kung gaano kahanda ang mga customer na magbayad. For example, sa isang concert. Sa concert ng isang sikat na artista. Mataas ang price ng ticket dahil mas mataas ang demand. Kahit mahal, sold out pa rin. Sold out pa rin. Next is competitive pricing. So, ang competitive pricing, this method of pricing calls for pricing setting on the basis of prices charges by competitors. So, ang competitive pricing naman, isang price daw is nakabase sa kung magkano ang price ng katulad na product mula sa kakumpetensya. For example, kung ang ibang milk tea shop ay nagbinta ng large cup na 120, maaring magpresyo ka rin ng 120 o mas mababa pa para mas makaakit ka ng mas maraming customer. Next is market pricing. So, ang market pricing naman is this is a form of cost-oriented pricing in which the firm sets prices by adding per unit merchandise cost, operating expenses, and desired profit. So, ang market pricing naman is same lang sila nitong cost plus pricing. Pero mas detalyado at isinasaalang-alang ang bawat gasto kada unit, mga gastos sa operation at target na kita. And that's all po. Thank you.